What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video here, I'm going to show you how this little sensor can cause your Duramax all kinds of problems. Come along. Problem the customer was having was it wanted to lurch through stop signs. It's been doing it for a while on them. It'll have like a rough idle every now and again, and the temp gauge hasn't been working. I found that out kind of like after when you dropped it off, and the idle has been running high. So first thing I did was scan it, and it came out with a whole bunch of codes, but the most kind of relevant one is this one. Normally the symptoms he's describing are for the regulator on the injection pump, but he had already replaced it with a new one. And by the sounds of it, he got a good one from Bosch, and he shouldn't have any issues with the pump itself or the regulator that he bought. All that looked good. So I took it for a test drive, and here's what I noticed. See how it's hanging shifts there? Again, our temp gauge is still reading 0. And it is hanging gears. So it should have shifted into overdrive by now because we're at like 80K, but it has not shifted again. Something's going on with the coolant temp sensor, or a transmission issue, but there's no transmission codes in this thing. I have had actually encountered something like this once before on an LB7. It would like make fuel knock and stuff like that when it was driving. Like all of a sudden the idle will go like up and then go back down. And yeah, so that is kind of pointing me toward a coolant temp sensor problem, because this engine is definitely warm because I've already driven it and it's still not reading anything on the temp gauge for the engine. So I'm gonna get her back to the shop, check the wiring, change the sensor out, see what happens. And here is your coolant temp sensor. It is nestled between your AC compressor and your alternator down here. Just a 2-wire pigtail. This clip, you flip it up, unplug it, and away you go. So one of these wires should have, I believe, 5 volts on it. The other one should be a ground. I've already checked this out on it, and they are both working properly. To change the sensor here, you want to go to your degas bottle, take the lid off, make sure there's no pressure in there, because once you start unthreading that, it'll go, and yeah, you'll have a fun time with hot coolant. If your truck is hot, if your truck's cold, you'll be okay. You'll just get your hands all slippery from it. Take a 19 mil wrench or 19 mil socket and an extension, unthread it, put the new one in. We'll plug her back in here and see if our gauge is now working. Oh, also, we're not going to forget to put the cap on this. Perfect. So we still have coolant temp. There's our shift. Another shift. Another shift. Another shift. And our final shift. So yeah, I wasn't into it super hard, is why that last shift took so long. But we have our normal shifting pattern back. So this truck, she's good to go. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit what is happening here. So with the temperature sensor reading -40, the ECM thinks that the truck is cold. But everything else on the truck is telling the ECM that it is up to temperature. So the transmission is going into a cold shift strategy, so it helps it warm up quicker. Even though the temp sensor is telling the ECM that the transmission is up to temp, it still thinks that everything is cold because the coolant temp is not matching where it should be. It's still reading cold. So it's going into like a cold strategy where it'll mess with the idle, it'll mess with rail pressure a little bit, it'll mess with shift points, it'll mess with all kinds of stuff. So if you have a truck that is doing delayed shifts, long shifts, taking forever to shift, whatever, and your coolant temp gauge is not working in the cab, chances are you have a coolant temp sensor problem and you need to chase that down. Pretty easy to do, and the sensor itself fairly cheap. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it informational, and don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and follow on Instagram. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.